Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Come on. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, we're here live in Dallas, Texas, reporting on the Cowboys news and notes and observation from training camp from yours truly, Law Nation. Let's go. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in and being part of this episode. Let's get it. Shout out to the notification squad up. As we all say, come on, you know it. Come on. Let's get it. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the audio. Let's go. The name is Law Nation. Come on.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something does exist.
Shout out to you, Chuck. The first one that's in the chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Chuck. Let's get it. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. The name is Law Nation. And we're going to talk about the aspect of practice. I did a quick recap as soon as practice was over with. It's live on the YouTube page. And, of course, you guys can really appreciate Toto's Medical for pretty much spearheading this campaign. Appreciate Toto's Medical and also Cowboys Experience. But one of the few things that we got to take attention to or pay close attention to is the defense, right? I think that Dan Quinn does a wonderful job of getting his boys ready. We got a chance to see Tristan Hill maul over somebody. And Naval Gallimore did his thing on that defensive front, the big boys, you know, or in words of Mark Holmes, he would say the fat boys. But these guys are trim, right? And then we talked about Parsons and his ability to do his thing out there. Shout out to him. His ability to just get upfield with pressure and rip speed to power. I love seeing that out of Parsons. And on top of that, when we think about it, going into his second year, you would think that he would be better, right? And the kickers, the kickers finally performed well. I think that they had to come to Jesus meeting. So the Cowboys are bringing in 3 to 4 kickers tomorrow. Brett Maher is one of them, or Brett Maher, however you want to call him. And the wide receivers did a good job. It's not the time now to panic on the wide receivers, Cowboy Nation. And here's why. We got to at least see these guys in preseason against different opponents, right? I'm quite sure they know the routines and how the opposing guys now play them. But when you start thinking about the guys, the unknown weapons, we will find that out down the line if these boys can stand tall and be on the right page with that. Gerard says, what's up with Gallup? Hey, he's recovering and he's on time. And speaking of that, look at CeeDee Lamb. Look, I get it. A lot of people want CeeDee Lamb to be a veteran already, right? Year 2, year 1, they wanted him to be a veteran. Keep in mind, he's going into his third year. Let me repeat, he's going into his third year. And if we can contextualize all what he did so far, hear me out, Cowboy Nation. No wide receiver in Cowboys history put up more yards as well as completions or receptions than CeeDee Lamb. Let that sink in. Now he's going into his third year, so pump the brakes, right? And let this guy fit into his own shoes and do his thing. Why don't we ever value kicker, Galvin? I think the Cowboys do. They've just been hit with the crazy bug with the kicking situation and scenario. And by the Cowboys being viewed upon by being one of the most viewed teams, people will look at the Cowboys' faults and they will magnify by 10. And that's just how that goes with Cowboys. Any small warts that we got is magnified. Right now, nobody's really paying attention to the Eagles. Nobody's paying attention to the Jets, the Washington team. Nobody pay attention to the Atlanta Falcons, nor even the team that just won the Super Bowl, the Rams. People only pay attention to the star. And granted, heavy is the crown. But I come here to tell you guys that this team, we talking about practice, right? This is where you're supposed to have your warts. This is where you're supposed to have your shortcomings. You're supposed to practice to become better. You're supposed to practice to be different between the 4th day of practice and now the 5th or the 6th and down to the 11th day. You're supposed to be different. It started off where the defense did no harm, right? It started off where the offense looked flat. And now you're seeing the offense able to move the ball a little bit. So I look at those type of things. Here's another thing that I want to say to most people that's listening right now. You do not want to peak in August. You don't want your team to peak in September nor October. You still got to find ways to develop and especially grow as an organization, as a team. And that is what I look for as well. Look at Simi. Simi wasn't doing that week one. Simi just caught fire this past week, and he's been doing a hell of a job, right? And if you bring in a Will Fuller, if you bring in Emmanuel Sanders, if you bring in another veteran, there will be a rep less that he will get, right? There will be a rep less that CeeDee Lamb get. There will be a rep less that any of these guys gotten. And on top of that, sometimes when you're missing a tooth, it may be a blessing in disguise. Maybe the tooth fairy will come for you, right? So by James Washington being out, the next man up, Dennis Houston, fit into a more valuable role with this team. And now we can look back at these type of things and say to ourselves, all right, cool. This team, my friend, turn the corner. They are becoming a little bit better, inch by inch, right? So those are things that we could take away from this. Now, can these guys walk on water? No, we're not looking for those guys to do that. But what we are looking for, these guys to step up, right, to be better than what they were last week, 2 days ago. But some people will look at this team and say they should be flawless. Look, I want the difference. I want Dak Prescott to throw 2 to 3 interceptions in the practice. I want my defense to get the miscommunications, right? Fuss and fight with each other. I want them to be, hey, I'm not going to jump on Twitter to see what people are talking about. I'm going to take down my Twitter, right? I like those type of things because I want these boys to lock in. I want these guys to become the best of friends with each other, but they fight like no other. I literally, me and my brother, boy, we could join and talk about each other, right? Let somebody else do it. Oh, we get mad. But that's just how life is, too. If you grew up with siblings, you know what I'm talking about, Cowboy Nation. So those are a few things that I like to say. Weedy says Turpin got speed. I like him. Yeah, Turpin he got some speed, baby. John Kittner threw 3 interceptions in practice. This is from Terrence Shorts. Yeah, John Kittner. The famous saying that I want you to throw interceptions came from Bill Parcells. he told Tony Romo, hey, go out there and throw me 2 to 3 interceptions. I want you to rip it. Because the thing was, Tony, and at the time when he was that's over 15, 20 years ago now almost, at the time he was trying to make the team, it was like, hey, I want to be cautious with the ball. I don't want to make the mistake. No, this is the time I evaluate your skill set, but I want you to trust the wide receiver. And trust with a wide receiver goes a long way. Mickey Cox, appreciate you. Happy you made it home. Law, thanks for everything you gave and you are giving. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for giving over there. Yeah. Bill Parcells is missed. Yeah, we still talk about him to this day. The brothers' mentality. Yes, Roland. Yeah. So what's up, KMT? Appreciate you. Have y'all looked at Bell? I think he makes this team. Yeah, today, number 24, Izzy made a play. Bell on the one-on-ones, he made a few plays. A few things that I have to talk about, too. Let me see if I can go back to this right here. I want to showcase, is it this right here? I think it was the one-on-ones. It was the one-on-one. Let me see if I got it here. I got it somewhere here. You guys bear with me. Hail Mary. I thought I had it somewhere. I think it's this one right here. It's going to be a minute before it rolled that way. One-on-ones with the tight ends and the halfbacks. I think Bell does a wonderful job. And I have no ability to fast forward through this. But we're going to talk about Bell in a quick second. Marquis Bell, there are a few things that we can say he stands out, right? Even the safety not the safety, but the linebacker, Story Jackson. He's athletic, he's fast to the point, but it's hard to gain any type of insight on safeties in that spot or that role, as well as linebackers in that spot, in that role, when you're not allowed to hit. When you're not allowed to take a player down to the ground, it's kind of hard to do your full assessment because you're only grading like the coverage ability, right? And when we start talking about those type of things, it get clouded, and you get miscues on whether or not the player is super aggressive. Like this play right here never would have happened, right? It would have been a sack for loss, but Dak Prescott threw the ball, and it was batted. And negative plays for the offense, positive plays for the defense, right? That was his first throw on Saturday, and it was picked off, right? So I get it. A lot of people will look at that and be like, this dude is trash, it's terrible. But you got to look at it on a complete picture. The way this offense looked on Saturday looked totally different on Monday. And the next practice, I like the way Coach Mike McCarthy brought up the fact that they're going to rev up everything. They're going to really push everything to the center of the table on the last few days. I'm sitting like, man, I'm going to leave and then y'all going to rev up everything, but it's all good. I will be at practice when they practice in Frisco, and I'll give you guys some more insight. But the best thing about this is we will have a clear notion of what this team looked like after we seen them in the preseason, right? And we would see who makes mistakes on special teams, who didn't really pick up the playbook, right? Who is really not dedicated on their assignment. You know, we will be looking at everything. Tight end scaring me. This is from It's Big Dog. Appreciate you. I feel you, man. Tight end play is crazy. My guy Eastside, Harold, appreciate you. They look like a bunch of practice squad players. I mean, yeah, if you want to look at it and say it in that way, yeah, you know. some of the guys do look like a bunch of practice squad players because you're not allowed to tackle. You're not allowed to really hit the way you want to, right? And then you kind of know these guys, so you don't want to lay the wood all the way. I think Book says the tight end's okay. Schultz, I mean, he looks solid. I can't really find fault in Schultz. I think he's okay, right, Cowboy Nation? Matter of fact, let's see how the roster battles will go. This is from 105.3 The Fan.
That covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News. I think he does a tremendous job there. He projected his 53-man roster. I'm just going to run through it here, and you tell me if there's anything that you –
Oh, snap. He already on his 53. Shout out to Michael Gelkin.
Don't like. Maybe we could do it quick enough here where we'll get through it all. He's initially got 3 quarterbacks. He's got Prescott, Cooper Rush, and Will Grier. I have a feeling that they're only going to carry 2.
There's no way they keep 3.
I don't think there's any way they keep 3.
They can't.
How many quarterbacks we kept last year on the roster? Y'all let me know.
But I would make an argument that Will Grier has practiced better than Cooper Rush.
I'll second that argument. Will Grier, he's been phenomenal. Now, Cooper Rush got a lot of continuity and rapport with 85, who's been alive out there and doing a wonderful job. But it's hard-pressed to say that, that Will Grier don't have a spot. Mickey Cox says 3. Had 3 for a bit. Yeah, so I think we still initially carry 3 quarterbacks. Initially, and then they would chop it down over a period of time. But Rush is solid. Rush is solid as a solid backup. Somebody argued that, hell, Rush is the second best quarterback in the NFC East completely. Right? So if you get rid of Rush, the Washington, the Giants, and the Eagles need to be calling him. Shoot.
So if you told me I was only going to keep 2, I would say I would keep Prescott and Will Grier would be the 2 I keep.
Cooper Rush has been a disappointment, but I think you go off body of work here. 1 year regular season game.
There you go. I mean, I can understand that, but if you want to ask me, well, who's got the bigger?
Tom, you must be an Eagle fan. Oh my gosh, man! But to be true with you guys, I would trust Cooper because I seen him win us a game, right? I seen him throw over 350-something yards, right? I've seen him do that, or was it close to 400 yards, right? Real close to 400 yards against the Minnesota Vikings. Grier, to his defense, if he was on the Cowboys last year during preseason, I truly think that he would have won that spot because his preseason game in Carolina was amazing. Got a super chat. Law, this is from Owens. He says, how can we get a kicker? Much love, Law. Hey, we finna bring in 3 or 4 tomorrow, so they'll find out who's going to be the kicker. Let's go.
Looks like who's got the bigger, if you want to say the word upside or whatever, kind of feel like that Will Grier, if given an opportunity, looks better than Cooper Rush out there. That's all.
I couldn't fight you too hard on that for sure. I do think, though, it's clear you take 2 quarterbacks, not 3.
Yeah.
These roster spots are going to get tough at other positions.
They will.
No.
Oh, appreciate you, Tom. Hey, Dolphin fan, fam. Appreciate you, man. Tom, I got a chance to communicate with Cedric Wilson and him and his wide receiver coach, man. We Coach Bird, Cedric Wilson, I saw the catch the other day. They hit me up. He had caught a 65-yarder in practice, man, and I said, man, I will show it over here, but I don't want the Cowboys hate. You guys got a phenomenal guy out of Cedric Wilson, and I really think the world of him. I hope that he does a wonderful job in Miami land until we play him, of course. But shout out to him and shout out to what he's doing. I heard nothing but good news, and he's been really – Cedric – he hit up Coach Bird, and they've been really running the beach. He's been running his routes technically in the sand. And he hit me up, and he said, man, the sand is so hot out here that they run all of their routes with the socks on in the sand because of the heat kind of heat up the sand. But that's been getting them so much better prepared on their routes that Coach Bird now is trying to implement that back over here in Dallas. But it is what it is. Good luck to Wilson, but no Miami tape. No, I ain't gonna do no Miami tape. I ain't gonna do that, Mickey. We are not finna do that over here. But yeah, I feel you.
Question.
Running back, he's got 3. He's got Elliott, Pollard, and Rico Dowdle.
No doubt about it.
I like that a lot. Wide receiver, he's got
Pollard,
7.
Rico Dowdle, yeah.
And this is where I think it gets a little dicey for him.
Listen
CeeDee
up.
Lamb, Noah Brown, Tolbert, Washington, James Washington, Dennis Houston he has making the team, Simi Fehoko, and then Turpin making the team. So that means he's got
Vasher not making it.
He's got Vasher not making it, but he looks like he's got Michael Gallup potentially starting on the PUP list, which I think is something they absolutely want to avoid. So I would, and then
I think don't you think Washington starts on PUP?
Yeah, well, you can't take him. You can't do that. You'd have to keep him. He must be on the initial 53-man roster
before you
put him qualify for mid-season activation from the injured reserve.
Let me ask y'all this. So they said it's about 10 weeks for injury. What is 10 weeks from now? Somebody help me out. And what's 10 weeks from now? And that's James Washington's recovery stage. Could somebody put 10 weeks in from now and give me a parameter of what time you expect him to be here if the Cowboys do decide to keep him? So if that's 10 weeks, then you got to throw in an extra week for him to, quote unquote, get in football shape. So that's mid. Appreciate you, Mickey Cox. Thank you. Thank you, KMT. So that's October-ish. So if you bring him back around that time frame, I think that Dak would have developed a lot of chemistry with these other guys. I would rather, this is just my opinion, not facts, Cowboy Nation. I would rather for them to go ahead and cut James Washington, eat the loss, eat whatever money that you put into that, and call T.Y. Hilton. I love some of his film. I think I did a few reviews on that. Or give me Will Fuller. I think you can have Will Fuller, and by the time he get injured, he'll be around October the 17th. He'll be around that time. And I would rather for Dak to get development from those guys as relates to that. But the only reason why we are in a conundrum, hear me out, the reason why we're in a conundrum is we got to see what these guys got first. These guys may still light it up in preseason. It's still too soon. Like right now, Cowboy Nation, on this roster, who would you cut as it relates to a wide receiver now to bring in T.Y. or Will Fuller? Oh, it's James Washington. But for real talk, who would you guys cut to bring in one of those veterans? You know, let me put the camera on me. I need to see y'all faces, man, when I do this. I need y'all to see my faces when we do this, right? Who would you cut? Like, real talk, like I really want to know. You can't cut Noah. Noah been balling, baby. It would be James Washington, right? It would be James Washington. That would be the only guy you would cut in order to say, okay, T.Y., man, what's good, man? And, you know, T.Y., you coming on in, man, I don't care how old you are. Or Emmanuel Sanders. Literally, Emmanuel stays right here in Richardson or somewhere in Dallas. So just bring him over, you know. Roll out the carpet for him. You can't cut Simi at this point. Simi been balling. He would not clear the waivers, or he would not clear all 31 teams to bring him back on the practice squad. I promise you that. Let's see. Noah's going to ball out. I hope that Noah's going to ball out. I think that this year he surprised me. Shout out to him. He's part of the Cowboys Experience events too. He come on out. You guys may get a chance to get your autograph from Noah Brown this year. Washington or Vasher? I think this is my only problem with TJ Vasher. is that T.J. Vasher, all of the highlights, all of the wonderful things that we are able to see came from Will Grier, right? Also, we never seen T.J. Vasher get elevated with the first team reps. It's been a third team. And then they moved him from like midway from week 1, quasi into the second team reps, right? And when you guys turn on the TV, turn the knob on, or turn the YouTube on and slap the notification bell, you will see that Dennis Houston, an undrafted rookie free agent, already getting playtime, right? It's amazing, man. And Dak Prescott trusts him more than he trusts T.J. Vasher. That's amazing, man. That is flat out amazing. All right, so before we go any further, MJ, you live. Thank you for jumping in.
What up, family?
Nothing to it, man.
How's
Talk to
your
me. Man, it's well.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm telling you something.
Talk to me.
That receiver thing, Vasher, he could go back on the practice squad again.
No. Look, he made too many highlights, man. Somebody gonna be yelling like, look, man, just pick him up for peanuts. Washington, let's pick him up for peanuts. Let's pick him up for information. If you're an Eagles fan, you be like, hey, just go ahead and pick up TJ to get into the mindset of what. Look, I'm playing, this chess now,
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do too.
Yeah,
because number 80 is gonna outdo Vasher because he plays special teams real good.
He do, man. You got good eyes, man. You went to practice today?
Yeah, I just know. Remember last year how he played? Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Smith. Yeah.
And he's big and fast. So they already know. I told all the Cowboy fans, they looking at it, man, they be watching everything we do. And then I told you the cut is gonna come between 91 and 72, and 72 outdoing 91. Y'all better keep stopping now. And plus he's younger. So who you gonna cut? The young boy, or you gonna keep the old dude? 91 might not be on the team. Cause 95.
Go ahead.
95 and 98, ain't no way they're getting rid of them.
No, you ain't getting rid of 99. You ain't getting rid of that big meat inside. But you may. Yeah. All right, so 94, he's going to get cut. That's Bronson. 52, he's been amazing, man, so far. So preseason games will give us a real indicator. Hey, before we go further, man, shout out to you, discipling of the streets, man. Appreciate you. He says, he gave $5 and he said, cut Noah Brown. You must be out of your mind. Yeah.
Nah, Noah Brown is not getting cut. Noah Brown, and everybody be trying to hate on Noah Brown. Noah Brown was like, he do the dirty work for the last 5 years for everybody.
He do.
Special teams.
They just paid him. They're not going to cut him. I mean, Brown, all of the Browns may stay. Noah and AB, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, all of them going to stay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, they not worried, man. Them boys knowing what they doing, and I'm glad they're bringing in 4 kickers.
Right.
And let them battle for it. Because we try to get other 2 boys a chance, and they left, right. I'm like, man, I can kick better than him.
Man, they can put you out there, fam. They can just look. They literally could have said at this time we like to do fan appreciation moment. We gonna call any fan that's in the yellow rope area to come on out and kick the ball. Hey, it would have been the same number, But today, all jokes aside, the kickers kicked better today.
That's what I heard. Well, you gonna kick better when you already bringing in some extra kickers.
That's what I want. I want that pressure.
If they bring the one guy back that went 8-8 for us last year, you gonna be in trouble because he gonna outdo him. Remember, I told you, what's his name? Kia? What's the guy we had?
Kai Forbath for 100.
Yes.
I think he's
come
with
back,
another team though. I think he. But go ahead.
Oh, he might be with another team.
He may be. I could be off, but they are bringing back Brett Maher.
Okay. So, and then the line, now they're going to see like I told you, they told the older guy from last year who we had.
Who that?
He probably practicing. You know the left tackle.
Oh, Titan the
It's
Shucky.
it's ball chance to show off in these preseason games. If he get his butt whooped bad, they say, nope. Taiyasaki, come back.
No doubt, man. We hope that this team continue to develop this competition. I do like it. I do like the fact that they see an area where it's needed and they paying attention to it. They did it with the linebacker. They brought in Anthony Barr. They doing it now with the kickers. It's just that right now we got to have a little bit of patience with this wide receiver grouping. And I do like the fact that they still evaluating. So it's not falling to deaf ears about the Cowboys needing a wide receiver. They just want to see. They just want to see what they got with the guys they got right now. Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about, trust me, them receivers, because I'm going to tell you, there's a good trend that's happening. Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott, even though Amari came, he helped Dak, but then Dak started helping other receivers, and he got better. So now Dak is making all the receivers look good. And that's why what you call is, what's our boy that always complain when you be jamming him up on the show?
I don't know. Who we talking about?
You know, the other podcaster. James.
Big Game James.
Yeah, Big Game James. He gonna see because Dak Prescott is moving better, very better. I ain't never seen him move this bad. That man is in excellent shape. So it's gonna come down to the coaching of Kellen Moore and stop trying to run up the middle all the time. You gotta do sweeps, because if you with that speed with number 20.
Right.
Man, you better at number 2 on the reverser, even with Zeke, man, they're going to run over people. So I'm not worried about that. So it's only 2 positions, the kicking, the left tackle,
right,
to make sure. And I'm not worried about the linebackers because, Story, even if he don't make it, he going to make the practice squad. If nobody don't pick him up.
That's what we hoping, man.
But
Talk to me.
like you said, they got so much talent. When that preseason come next week, and then them practice, and them linebackers reading them keys and playing like Barr, 57 ain't gonna get cut. 57 better hope. He better hope them young boys don't outdo him.
No doubt, man. One more point before I let you go, man. One more point, Chief.
Hey, and all I want to say, y'all, hit them likes for Brother Law. Brother Law, look out for y'all. Got the best podcast. That's my dog family. And let's make it to the Super Bowl. How about them Cowboys?
Let's get it, man.
Sir.
Shout out to you, man. It was wonderful meeting you, by the way, MJ. Appreciate you, fam.
Always, family. Always.
No doubt. Salute. That's MJ.
Salute.
That's MJ, man, calling in. He met me down there at we was at Red Robin. He went to the same day practice we went to last week, and we had a wonderful time. We got a super chat from Triple D. He says, Triple D. How is Boss Man Fat looking? He haven't been impressive, right? So TJ, if TJ can get any highlight reel, it will be on Kelvin Joseph. Until Kelvin Joseph start making some plays, I think he's just going to be called Kelvin Joseph and not Boss Man. But I hope that sometimes people are not great at practice. And I hope too that sometimes, and this is not me shanking him with the butter knife or anything, shout out to Kelvin Joseph. You know the vibes. Shout out to him. Sometimes DBs play better when there's leverage on the field, when they know they got inside, right? Help. They know that they got a safety over the top and they can get a little bit more aggressive, chippy at the line. So I got to reserve all of my DBs. I do. And then when we start playing true cover 3, true scheme to approach to players, take away the the offensive best weapons, then we can make a better assessment. But far as one-on-ones to the outside, Triple D, to be honest with you, I can't even say solid right now, and I ain't gonna lie to kick it to you, man. I promise you. But TJ Vasher so far is Kelvin Joseph's father out there. Let's listen to some more of this, and those who are waiting to be on the call, hold tight.
Interesting.
So you have to keep him active there. So I don't know about that one, man. I kind of I'm hearing things that maybe Gallup is further along than people are leading on to believe.
It gets tough because you don't want to let one of these guys go that might turn into something.
Yeah,
there's like a big bag of nothing there between 3 or 4 guys right now.
I could do without Houston myself. That Dennis Houston, he's got to prove to me. He's one of those guys. I'm still kind of waiting on that one for sure.
Yeah, he's got to prove it. They seem to like him though.
Yeah. Tight ends, he's got 4. He's got Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferguson, Sean McKeon, and then he's got Peyton Hendershot making this team.
And I'm gonna go in the order who's making the most impact so far. It is so far in this order: Schultz, Sean McKeon, Ferguson, and then Hendershot. Hendershot does some nice things off of his release, but the man's hands are like bricks. He can't catch the contested catch so far. When you jam him a little bit, he seems a little awkward to me. He got good size, good accelerations. It's just that, man, his opportunities are very, very slim because 9 times out of 10, you throw the ball 49's way, or 48, what's his number, 49? Yeah, 49's way. He's dropping it. He's like, man, my hands are made of brick, parquet fingertips. Brick hands, parquet fingertips. That's just how it is. So hopefully he can turn the corner. Sometimes it could just be the flow of the game. Sprinkles is still battling through. He's on recovery. He got a ruptured Achilles. It didn't tear. So there's no evaluation aspect of that for me on Sprinkles. But McEwen, I think he's still solid as number 2 tight end, and Schultz is number 1 tight end. Can he block? He's a willing blocker. I don't see any distaste for Hendershot's blocking. He gets in the way, but it seems as if, though, sometimes if you jam him at the top of the route or rub him, get physical with him, in phase, he tends to lose concentration of the ball. I didn't see a lot of that on his college tape, so hopefully this is just his jelly bellies going through his body, that he made it to this big stage. Hendershot, hold on to the freaking ball, man. I need to see, you know what I need to see? Hendershot after practice on the catch machine, on the jugs, man. He need to get his butt over there and just stay on the jugs. And I'm just being real. If I was the evaluator from the outside looking in, I would say this man's hands are made of brick and parquet. Brick and parquet. Let's go.
Why do you need so many of those guys? Is it special teams related?
I think that there was, when you look at the punt team, they had 4 of them on the punt team. Well, they had 3 they had 3 on the punt team that I saw: Schultz and Ferguson and McKeon.
Also, maybe because Ferguson's been banged up.
Yeah,
but I think they keep 3 tight ends.
I think they do too.
They can roll with 3. They can actually roll with 3, and then your alternate would be probably a fullback. Ryan Nall, but Ryan Nall been catching the bench too, or sidelines. He haven't been very involved. But let's listen to more.
Kean, those are my guys. Offensive linemen, they've got 8. Tyron Smith, Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, Terrence Steele, Connor McGovern, Matt Farniak, and Josh Ball. Okay. Josh Ball is the one guy that's kind of hasn't shown up once they put the pads on.
So let's go an IR guy?
That's what they've got right
IR,
there.
Yeah.
They've got him as a guy. He would make it for 9 if not for the shoulder subluxation. So they're going to have to do surgery there. So that's going to be an IR situation.
And it seems as if, though, they're stashing him because he's still rolling out there. Matt Walesko, he's still out there on the field. Maybe they're stashing him for next year, and they're going to do the same treatment like they did with Josh Ball with the hyperextended high ankle sprain. Somehow it's going to last all year. Because the reason why I say that, if they know that he needs surgery, why in the world he's still out there? He's still out there running around doing drills and everything. But it is what it is. Let's let my guy from the 970. How about them Cowboys? You in here?
Hey, how about
by them Cowboys.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, how was that practice out there?
It was great, man. I can't complain.
Yeah?
Turn me down a little bit on the background, and we can get it rolling.
Yeah, I got you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I could hear you on the phone.
Okay,
but I
good.
Hear anybody else talking?
Oh no! I guess because I went to replay. I went to replay some more of that audio, but
Hey,
but we here.
How you feeling about our team now that you've seen them a little bit?
Okay, I can break down all of the groupings for you, but I can tell you.
Just give me a little bit. I mean, you probably won't be able to tell more until after preseason. But
Right.
So far, what are you excited about?
I'm excited about the growth. I see that these guys don't have repeat mistakes. I like that aspect of it. I think that the DBs, when the pads came on, they was a little bit ahead of the offense a little bit, and now the offense caught up with the DBs. So now you're seeing the wide receivers making big plays.
Yeah. You, my question, why I'm asking you that, Law, do you still picking the Rams to beat us? That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's you see what we got. Are you still with that pick? The Rams are going to beat us, or do you think this is a year that the Cowboys defense is a shutdown type defense? We can actually be number one. Are we still a few pieces away?
I think
I
that
mean, you've seen them out there on the field. Or do you think we are?
I think
Can we be a number one defense?
I think we are not number one defense yet. I have yet to see number one, but I know that we're a top 10 defense. I know for sure.
I mean, what do you think's missing? What are you not seeing that makes us rank a little higher? What do you still need to see yet?
Well, for one, we still give up the big plays on the back end, and that could be.
Whose fault is that?
Oh man, one, I saw Jalen Tolbert catch a walk-off touchdown Saturday, and then today, CeeDee Lamb caught a walk-off touchdown. So I'm still need to see the front all together. If they can create pressure, I wouldn't mind some of those miscommunications. I want my guys to be aggressive, but for right now, it would be Kool-Aid Law if I say, man, we have the number one offense and the number one defense. I don't want to be that guy.
Do you think our defense is better than last year's?
Most certainly, I think our
better.
defense is better than what we were last year.
How much better? You think we're like a couple, a little bit?
No, I think
where did we place at last year?
We was 12th ranked. I would say we are 6 slots better. I could say that we are anywhere from 6th or the 7th ranked defense. I can tell you we're still going to get turnovers.
Oh, what? Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
All right. So you still think the Rams? You don't think we quite beat the Rams yet?
You know,
you're not seeing enough yet.
I haven't seen enough yet, man. But hey, we do have a guy on our team that picked off Matthew Stafford twice in one game, and his name is Anthony Barr. So I truly.
I want to know, how's he look?
He only worked the chords. I think tomorrow they're gonna have him still on the chords. And you may not see him until like next week sometime or the week after next.
Yeah. But you got to look at him on the field. I mean, how did he look? I mean, was he walking around?
Oh, yeah. It's no limpage, no hesitation in the step.
You can tell by a person, too, by watching them, how they're acting.
He's a massive guy. He's 6 foot. He's 6'4", but he looks 6'5", and he's built right. He's a big dude. He's a big dude.
And what about Diggs? If he don't have a good turnout this year, do you think the Cowboys will still re-sign him?
I think that Stephen Jones is going to play bad guy. It's going to be one or the other. It's going to be either they will pay early for CeeDee Lamb or pay early for Trayvon Diggs. But both of those guys are not going to get paid at the same time if they don't play up to par.
Yeah. Okay, but so you still don't got us to beat the Rams, but you got to beat Jacksonville.
Well, I got us going 13-4, man. We got to lose to a good team somewhere down there so that we can get back into the reality.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're saying we're probably like a top 6 defense then?
Yeah,
maybe
top 6.
possibly in the top 5.
Yeah.
Just because of what our recovery guys can't do yet. That's the only problem you see on the defense.
Most certainly. But if it comes together, man, I don't want us to peak now. I want us to start peaking around November and December. I want us to catch on during that time frame.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I got to go. But, hey, that Tampa game, I don't think Tampa's is going to be as good as everybody thinks they're going to be this year.
No.
Seems like something just ain't quite right there.
But I ain't worried about Tampa as much as I'm worried about the Tampa refs, I'm worried about those referees,
Well, we're playing at home.
I mean, hey, man, it don't matter. On the moon, in China, it don't matter. Those refs travel, man. They will hold you, man.
I mean, but if we feel like, even if the refs, at least we know we beat them, and they know we beat them. If it takes that for them to beat us, still, though, we can hang our hats pretty high. But we
man,
knock the hell out of Tampa.
You know how it is. I don't like moral victories, and they try to give us that last year. So I want us to demolish.
Hey, that was a big moral victory last year. I mean, that's big time for Zach. I mean, considering what he had went through to go in there after Tampa won the Super Bowl, it was supposed to be a sacrificial.
Yeah.
It ended up being one of the best games.
Yeah, true that, man. I appreciate you for calling in, though.
It really was.
I appreciate you, man.
It wasn't Mahomes and Buffalo's type game. That was an unbelievable game. That game was.
Yeah.
I tell you what, these young guys nowadays, these quarterbacks, these receivers coming out nowadays, it's just amazing the stuff they can do.
No doubt. Let me hear it before I let you go, man. Let me hear it.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. Always bringing I just name him, how about them Cowboys? That's his new name for me, man. God diggity dog, man. Somebody said, hey, I think it was Eagles fan. He said, hey, man, don't blame the refs, man. Don't blame the refs, man. We got to, man. When it's blatant, you got to call out the refs. But I'm not the one that go around and say we only lose because, right? I'm the one that goes around and I put in some great objectivity, and I point out, hey, in this game, this is what the ref did. Now, this team got to overcome that. They got to play beyond that, and they better be ready for that. And speaking of that, I got JT, man. You're live.
What's good with it, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief. Just living the good life.
Hey, man. Listen, I saw the video you made earlier, man, the training camp. I watched most of it, man. Like, I really like how J-Ron Curse is playing, my God. Like, that dude looks like a star right now, man. Like, he really does.
I mean, he is right now the emotional and the vocal leader of the defense. He is.
So you don't think that's Micah Parsons?
He ain't there yet. Like, I literally, like, Parsons, he may be the best athletic leader on the team, but I'm talking about the guy that will yap and get into the face. Like, to contextualize it, to really get into details of it, 27 got into the face of Trayvon Diggs and chewed him out. Literally, you had to put like a board in between those two to get them off of each other. I just don't see Parsons being that dude. Not yet.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. Like, it does feel like Parsons. I think Parsons, to a certain extent, is not necessarily to himself, but he feels like a little more quiet, to be honest.
You're right. That's what he said. He is all in the game. He really don't do a lot of talking. I've listened to a interview of his, and he said he's all focused. He really don't do a lot of trash talking while playing, but he will talk before the game, though.
Yeah, right. So here's the other thing, Law. Like, what are we gonna do about our kicker, Law? Like, that to me does seem like a little bit of an issue. Like, we feel like, and again, maybe it's like one of those like second world type things, but like I don't know. I'm starting to get worried about the kicker because games in this league come down to one possession a lot of times, man. Like, when you have a bad kicker, it can really ruin seasons, Law. Like, what do you think? Are you worried at all about our kicker?
Somebody was laughing at me saying that the Cowboys going for 13-4, and they failed to realize last year the Cowboys lost 3 games. And not blaming the kicker, but the kicker said he was the reason why they lost. And if I'm not mistaken, that would have been the NFC was number 1 seed, right? Because we only lost 1 less game than the Green Bay Packers. So
Packers, yeah, we
one more game.
They were 13-4.
Yeah, so that's how valuable the kicker is, and what the Cowboys should do with the kicking is bring in someone. Don't get complacent just because they've been here before. Give them a little push. No, let it be a true competition. They bringing in 4 other guys, so now you have literally 6 people competing for that spot. You got 2 football fields out there. Even if you have to run kicking for the full hour, as far as competition, run it. Run. You got 4 field goals out there. Have a 3 sets of kickers on one side, the other 3 on the other side, and do elimination. Yeah. The battle royale of kickers, and then hold those guys accountable. Hey, you got a lot of money left. You got $23 million in the salary cap. You can literally have an all-out kicking war.
Right. And that does remind me of something. And again, because like I watch the Cowboys a lot. Like, I remember going back in 2008 when the Giants did that. Like, they brought in John Carney when they already had Lawrence Hines. He was actually a pretty decent kicker, but he was kind of having a weirdly bad season. So they brought in a veteran, John Carney, who was like 40 at the time.
Oh, wow.
And so I've seen that happen before, where even if you have a decent kicker, a team will still, if you're struggling, they'll still bring in another kicker to at least push you and possibly take your job, because he ended up taking his job like the next year. So we do need to bring in a kicker, though. At the very least, we need to have that, because again, I think some people in the media don't really give the importance of special teams that it deserves. And unless you're a guy like a Justin Tucker or a Janikowski, like, special teams is not talked about a lot, but special teams is crucial, law. Like, I put it almost like free throws in basketball, where people don't talk about it, but it can really kill you in games, law.
Oh yeah, it's a phase of the game for real. I've literally seen Green Bay Packers win a Super Bowl. Was it in '97, y'all? Or Desmond Howard, whatever his name was.
Desmond Howard, yeah.
Yeah.
He ran it back 99 yards.
Oh, my God. He won a freaking Super Bowl. And not just him. It was another guy for the Ravens. As much as people talk about the Ravens' defense, it was a lanky guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name.
Jacoby Jones.
Jacoby. Man, you're a football almanac over here. Encyclopedia, I meant to say. Yeah, Jacoby. He was the guy that was the catalyst for that team, too. So let's not sleep on, and think about it. Now that you mention it, they had 2 running backs, the twice time that they won the Super Bowl with the Ravens. They had Priest Holmes and Jamal Lewis back in the days. Yeah, that was good for them. So you run the ball and you play good special teams, man. Hey, a lot of things can happen for you.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. I think people don't remember enough, because that Ravens Super Bowl against the Giants, like, the one thing I remember, not just Jamal Lewis and Priest Holmes, but Jermaine Lewis, the receiver, took a kickback. What was it, like 86 yards, I think?
Yeah,
the Super Bowl against the Giants, he took it back like 86 yards.
Yeah, I remember now. Man, boy, you own it, JT.
Yeah, I've been watching football for a while now.
Yeah. You own it.
So special teams has got to be cleaned up, Law. Like, if we don't clean that up, man, like, again, a lot of these games, especially with some of the teams that we're going to play, like, we can't lose games because we don't have special teams. Like, we've got to be a team that has 3 good phases of our team, so it maximizes our chances to win, Law.
No doubt. And I kind of look at Kevontae Turpin to be that guy. If I can get Kevontae to be half of Desmond Howard, right, or a third of Devin Hester, right? If I can just get him to be like the guy that played for the Chiefs, whatever it was, what was his name? I know you know him.
Dante Hall.
Dante. Oh yes, if I could get him to be Dante Hall for just for 5 or 6 games, man, that would do wonders for us, man. Especially because we haven't had anybody of that caliber in a long time.
I mean that would be crazy because Dante Hall was a speedster. Like that dude was insane.
like real talk. Who would you take now out of those guys? Desmond Howard, Hall, Hester. Who would you take?
I'd say Hester because, I mean, literally Hester made it. Devin Hester literally made it to a point where teams were literally kicking the ball out of bounds and kicking out the 40. Like, literally teams were literally like, you know what, we'll just take the ball at the 40.
Yeah.
Like, they would literally rather cut the field in half than risk giving up a score.
Hey, it was us that was foolish enough to kick it to him. You remember that game? He was like, we're going to kick it to him. And he killed us. And then he killed us on I think this had to be 09 or something, or 08. I think 09 or something like that when they put him at wide receiver. He wore 23, and he was killing us at wide receivers, man.
Yeah, it was something. Like, I just think really, like, when we look at it, Law, like, I do think we do have the speed to be able to, like, put a back there, but we got to have somebody that has speed and the ability to judge the ball in the air. Because I think people underrate just how hard that is sometimes to be able to not only have the speed to run it back, but to be able to judge the ball. Because that ball is up in the air, like, just incredibly high. And you got to be able to literally look at it and catch it. Like, that's one of the easiest parts that people – or I'll put it this way. People assume that it's the easiest part of it, but you really got to have good hands to be able to, like, catch a ball coming down from that far.
True, man. My goodness, right? Appreciate that, man. God, dog, man, you on the money, man. One more point before I let you go, JT.
What's good, Law?
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Okay, so one more point. Like you were going to say to me. Okay, I got you.
No, you
so,
good.
But one other thing that I will say before I leave is that if we can find a way to really incorporate our 2 backs that we have, because, I mean, I've brought this up. I mean, some people react differently. Some people will say, hey, that's a good idea. Some people laugh at it. But there can be a way to involve both Zeke and Tony Pollard. And I think if Kellen Moore doesn't split their carries, they're going to have to at some point say, you know what, let's just put Zeke, not the entire game, obviously, but let's just try 2 or 3 snaps with Zeke at fullback and see how it goes. Like, they can literally just do it for like a couple snaps a game and just test it out.
I think that they did that on Saturday. They had the 21 personnel look, and Ezekiel Elliott was the fullback or the split back, and he did a wonderful job of blocking for Tony Pollard. I just think that the Cowboys just still need to be creative within that space, and I think that, Ezekiel Elliott, he's more shiftier when I look at the tape, and I think that if they can continue to use that balanced approach, that off-balance approach as well, I think we could do wonders.
Right. I agree with that, man. Hey, Law Nation, stand up.
Man, appreciate you, JT. It's a good call from him. Always bringing in some good stuff. And you guys get what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that the Cowboys can't get creative enough, but I've seen it. And if I know that they probably don't want us to show everything as relates to those trick plays or those plays for Ezekiel Elliott to to have the ball in the backfield at the same time as Tony Pollard. But we need to see these type of things on a consistent basis in a real live action. From the 409, what's on your mind? 409.
Is that me from the 409?
Yeah. What's good, man? Talk to me.
What's good, Law?
Nothing to it.
Oh, my goodness, man. It's been a while, bro.
I know, right?
It's been a while, for real, man. How's everything out there in sunny L.A.?
Well, I'm back in Dallas now. Made it back in the land of the Cowboys.
Okay, cool.
My present is still in L.A. though. My shadow is still there. My beard is still there, but I'm back in Texas now.
Okay, bro. I ain't gonna take too much of your time, man. I just I don't know why everybody is just like so dumb and glum with the offense. I really and truly think that having an abundance of people and people that defenders don't know can help you.
Okay.
Because everybody's going to gravitate towards PD, number one.
True.
And that leaves it wide open for everybody else, bro. Dalton Schultz is going to get a lot of attention.
Right.
So Jalen Tober, what's his name? Houston? Marcus Houston?
Dennis. Mm-hmm.
Dennis Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, eat all you can eat during the preseason because you don't know down the line what's going to happen when it comes to this final 53.
Yeah.
My immediate concern is offensive line, though.
Okay,
Can
yeah.
Tyler
Go ahead.
Houston do everything he's supposed to do as far as becoming the right, the left guard. Terrence Steele still bothers me, bro. I got to be honest. He still does.
Yeah.
But
Now, before you go into that, I got to say this. There's been flashes of him doing great, but then there's also flashes of him getting whooped. But it goes to this degree right here. Could it be that D-Law one-on-one against Terrence Steele, it's just not enough, man? And I seen whereas it put Terrence Steele in a very, very uncontrollable opportunity because you had D-Law and Parsons. Like, pick your poison, which one you want him to cover. So I was like, man, hey, I feel you. I'm glad you can't hit the quarterback because Dak would have been gone. He would have been gone from this team if you could hit the quarterback. Yeah. Scratch your meat, as they call it.
I'll see your point on that, Law, but
yeah,
man, maybe that happening to him in practice is going to be a good thing when we go against other teams. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen next week when they get Denver.
Right.
In the practice sessions, and then we get this week, huh?
Yes, this week. It's, I believe, Wednesday or something or Thursday or something like that. You guys let me know.
They're going to play the game. They're going to play the game Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday. Yeah, I'll try to broadcast what much as I can visible out to you guys, But I can tell you that this is the thing that I really want to see. I hope Denver is not kind of putting bubble wraps all around Russell, because this would give us a good opportunity to see our DBs try to attempt to slow down Jerry Jeudy and all of those weapons they got over there, man. Oh, my God. Sutton, all of those boys.
Oh, I'm excited as hell. I just want to see how the defense play as a whole.
Oh, yeah.
It's a quality quarterback.
Quality, yeah, that. So if anybody can carve up anybody, it will be Russell, and this will be a great learning camp. That's what I'm going to call it, learning camp for my boys.
Yeah, because, hey, Russell done broke our hearts a couple times over the years.
Yeah, but we broke his heart last, man. He was holding that L on that bench. And he was holding that L on that bench in the playoffs,
Yes, he did, man.
Yeah.
But, hey, I got one more thing for you, Law.
Talk to me.
And my question is, do we need another receiver, veteran-wise, right?
Right. True. Talk to me.
I think we do. And if I had to push the line, I'd have to go with people are going to hate me for this, but man, bring Dez back.
Well, before we could bring back one thing I could tell you, I would hate to see Dez in another number. It won't look right to me, right? He got to wear 88. All right.
That's one thing.
And the second thing is, before we go down that yellow brick road or silver and blue road, I got to see what we got out of these guys as far as the wide receivers. And when all is said and done, after like the second preseason game, if you want to bring them in for a cup of coffee, then do it. But outside of that, I just truly believe that the sun set on Dez at this point with the Cowboys.
Okay, well, I do too, man. But, hey, wishful thinking. I just think that he brings something to that locker room. You know what I'm saying? Especially the receiver room.
Yeah.
And see how he motivated himself, and these guys can motivate themselves the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, damn, it wouldn't be nothing wrong with getting a little look and see.
Yeah, but at this point, who you cutting right now?
I can't cut Tolbert.
Right. You truly can't.
Shit, I really can't.
You can't cut it. And then he got no relations with nobody here. I don't know how he interact with Kellen Moore, and I definitely don't know how he interact with any of these guys here. Kellen Moore is the only guy. Doug Nussmeier, I don't think he was here, but Kellen Moore is the only guy that can fight for him.
You're absolutely right. Dez has no relationship with Kellen Moore.
There you go. See how the thing go. Now, he got some relationship with him because they was on the same team in 2015. But
Kellen Moore was the quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, right. So we don't know, man. So it may do more problem than help. But I could tell you at this point, I do like the ideal of it, but the timing of it is not promising right now. And that's why the Cowboys are going to see what they got with who they got right now.
All right, my last question before I get off here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
How good can this defense be?
Oh, I'm going to tell you just like I told my guy earlier, the first caller. I think that we were 6 slots better than what we were last year. We were the 12th ranked defense, so that will push us up to the 6th ranked defense. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll finish anywhere from 4 or 5 ranked defense collectively.
Can D-Law get double-digit sacks?
Oh, my goodness, man. I don't want to be lip service law over here, but I can tell you that right here that if D-Law get those amount of sacks, it's going to be total pandemonium for it's going to be wreck league around here. I just wish if he do that, I hope all is well, and I hope that he just don't bring back Hot Boys or anything. But I just hope we just keep that same momentum. Yeah.
They bury that.
Yeah, they hope they bury that. Right, Chief. Yeah, man. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Man, what's your name again, fam?
Oh, that's Terrence Cartwright, bro.
Okay, it is in there. It's Cartwright. Yeah, I see you in here as Cartwright. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Lock me in, bro. See you. Hit me up anytime.
No doubt, man. Let me hear it, man. Let me hear it before I let you go.
Yo, Cowboys.
Let's go, man. My guy, 409 Cartwright. Yeah, Bill Cartwright's son. Man, appreciate you, man, so much, man. This guy came in with the clutch. You know, I used to call Bill Cartwright ugly but deadly. That joker shot, man. He would hit that thing, man.
Him there. So I'd be that sounds about right, but man, ball, that might be something they may look at the outside here and try and find a guy. 10 offensive linemen: DeMarcus Lawrence, Gallimore, Osadigizua, Armstrong, Fowler, Golston, Sam Williams, Ridgeway, Bohanna, and Tristan Hill.
Okay. Wow. All right, so let me read out this super chat from my guy Perry Locke. Thank you for keeping the lights on over here. Law, is there a scrimmage before the preseason game? If so, the starters will play the scrimmage team. I think that they buried the blue and white game. I think that they're going to utilize the scrimmage of the Cowboys versus the Denver game to be their blue and white quote unquote game. I just hope that all is well on both sides. We don't want to see any major injuries from any of these teams here. I want the Denver to stay at full strength, and I want Cowboys to stay at full strength. But I believe that they have one more padded practice, and that will be tomorrow. And then everything else will be fluff until the Denver scenario comes about. And the Cowboys did a great job of kind of like soft selling people. They had most of the people to tell me that there will not be heavy practices today and tomorrow, what have you. But it come to find out that practice was back in past, and they kind of changed it on the fly. And another thing that I realized too is the differences between Mike McCarthy and Jason Garrett. like Jason Garrett honored the schedule. So if the schedule said on the sheet in Oxnard, practice would start at 11, best believe practice would be at 11. They would go by schedule. But Mike McCarthy, it will say practice start at 11, and then the day of or the next day they say, well, we moved practice up to 10. And they don't care about your feelings. They don't care if you drove from Wichita Falls or you drove 30 minutes or you drove 10 hours to get there. You play by the hands of their scheduling. And if they wanted to practice at 10:15, you better be out there sooner, right? Or if they push practice back to 1 o'clock, tough luck, tough cookie to you. So it's just different, I guess, different vibes. But as long as the results in us winning 10-plus games, I will live with that. And this year will be a major thing for us. Why? Because if this year the Cowboys go back-to-back to the playoffs, don't you guys know that that's something we just don't do in Cowboys land in a long time? Just being real with you guys, the Cowboys been on that crazy level of not being a team to be consistently in the playoffs. All right, so let's listen to more of what Brian Brothers had to say. But shout out to you for the Super Chat, Perry Locke. Thank you so much, man, for your love and adulation for the nation. Let's get it.
Okay, so he has Hill over Watkins.
He does.
I was trying to do this too,
Yep.
and that was the battle I was going through in my head.
Linebackers, Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, Anthony Barr, Jabril Cox, Luke Gifford.
Devin Harper makes it over Gifford. He's better.
I think so, too. I think you're absolutely right about that. He's flashes on special teams and stuff as well. Secondary, he's got 11. This is where I think the number's a little high for him. He's got Diggs, Brown, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, Bland. Okay, when we get done here, explain to me about Bland. Kelvin Joseph, Nashawn Wright, who I think has done a great job, Curse, Hooker, Donovan Wilson, Marquis Bell, and then Mukwamu.
Now, that list is a long list. 11 DBs, good grief, right? I think that you got to go with that many to be fair. And Bland, how can I put this? You can't give up on him too quickly. And I think that there's a spot for Bland. I don't think that you can stash him. I think that he came along pretty well. And if anybody, like Nashawn Wright versus Bland, and now Nashawn been getting used by 85. I think that that's more of 85. Just I'm gonna say it like it is. 85 is just pissed off a little bit. I think that 85 sees or hears T.J. Vasher's rumors about him doing all of the unbelievable things, and Dennis Houston, he can literally see like, you gonna line? Look, I'm gonna put the camera on me. Oh, you gonna line Dennis Houston over me? Over me? You know, I've been here for 4 to 5 years, and you gonna line him up over me? Huh? You still got me on third team. Then he got to second team. Oh, you still got me on second team? And then he moved up to first team reps just a few days ago. I want that. I want that competitive mindset. I want somebody to slam the door in your face, right? Without locking it, right? You open the door and say, hey, how you gonna do me like that? And y'all just paid me. How dare you have that for me, and then y'all talking about bringing in James Washington, and then he got hurt or what have you, right? And y'all still talking about he going to reserve his spot, and I had to climb and crawl from the bottom of the roster to get here. Shoot. How y'all going to do that to me? And then if something bad happened to him, he going to turn Tyrese. What am I supposed to do? You know? So I like that aspect of Noah Brown. Listen to the finish this out, and then the caller hold tight.
I don't think
Mukwamu
Mukwamu makes it either. And tell me what Deron Bland has done. I have not seen him do anything.
Bland.
Hey, before Brian brought us go into detail, Deron Bland, week 1 did a lot of things. He dissipated or he fell off week 2. Now, I know they out there now, but from what I can tell you, Deron Bland, he's number 30. It's hard to miss him, right? Week 2, it kind of 25 stepped up, and these are the orders of DBs on that side of the coin. Anthony Brown, Kelvin Joseph, Nashawn Wright, and then you have Deron Bland. It's hard for that guy to get quality reps being on the back end of or the bottom end of it. But you got to allow this kid to at least mess up in this preseason game before you judge him. But I think that his size, his speed factor, and he's been working with the special team unit, I think that will be his spot on this team. Who is 52, Taifula, I think that's how you say his name, or Tafalo. He's been remarkable. He's a special weapon for right now. And my only thing is, before I hit play on this audio again, is I literally got to see him in the preseason game. But he's been getting to the quarterback. He's been using some hand quickness inside and on the outside. I like number 52. Let's listen to this audio before I let 281 on the phone. Just hold tight, 281.
It has a little bit of position flex with safety and corner, and he was a draft pick. That might save his job. Otherwise, he has not looked good.
Stephen White said, you can't beat those Browns. You ain't lying.
You can't.
I just, like I said, there's a lot of people talking about Bland, and every time that they say something, I'm like, why haven't I seen this guy play?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been out there, but I haven't seen him make any plays.
No, he's had some tight coverage, but he got beat in a contested ball drilled by Simi Fehoko.
Oh, before you go any further, my friend from the G-Bag, which DB haven't gotten beaten? You know? All of those DBs getting beat. If you go on about who's getting beat the most, the person that's getting beat the most, he's wears number 2. And y'all can put his name down in the chat. You know, JL been getting beat left and right. You know, I'm thinking about, they're going to have to call some type of protective services out there for him. Jordan Lewis, every time you look it up, and he's the smallest guy out there. No shade at Jordan Lewis, by the way. But number 2, I said, man, you need to go back and put 6 on the back of your jersey because you getting beat, dog, left and right. But once again, I look at it like these wide receivers are so much bigger than him, and they're so quick that it's hard for when this kid played that I don't see the necessary the ability to play with leverage, right? I think that's Jordan Lewis' skill set. He's a nickel corner. He plays with leverage on the field. He knows that he got over-the-top help. He knows he got inside release. But one-on-one, Jordan Lewis got beat more than any DB out there. But that's a story of a different – listen, and then number two and number 1, both of those guys, y'all right. Number 2 getting beat and number 1 get beat. Both of those guys, they get beat left and right.
Oh,
yeah.
He has not really stood out in any way.
So it's only because of the draft pick that would probably be covered.
They like to hold on to their picks. But year 2 is where you'd see a guy like him get cut, which is why I think Izzy Mukuamu, who I think Bell's already better than.
Yeah.
I don't think Mukuamu makes the team.
I don't think he is. And he's got the 2 specialists, which usually carry 3. He's got Brian Anger and then Haialahu, but he's got no long snapper because he feels like, did I say it wrong again?
Yeah, I just love hearing you say it.
Jake McQuaid, they're probably going to he'll bring him back, but that's going to be one of those short-term release things, the vested veteran then come back kind of thing. So if they have to carry, maybe that's for the wide receiver that they have to do, to carry that spot and stuff like that. So.
No doubt, man. Dustin called back. All right, from the 281, you're live, 281.
What's cracking like in Big Dog? Can you hear me all right?
Man, you well, man, with 2 L's, man. Talk to me, man.
Got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How big a deal do you think it is that we sign a veteran receiver in camp, or do you think that we be all right going in with just Lamb and nobody proven? Because remember last season, between Coop, Lamb, and Gallup, whenever Dak had only one of the three, KC and Oakland, LA actually, the Raiders, he didn't do too well.
Right. Well,
so just having Lamb, I'm a little bit worried about that. I ain't gonna lie. Well, and I don't want to find out if that can make everybody better or not. I'd rather just get somebody. True
that. We got to go long right now with that, because who you cutting right now to bring in T.Y. or Will Fuller or Dez Bryant or who else out there on the streets? Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley right now. Who are you cutting to bring them in? Bring those guys in.
I guess whoever's on the chopping block.
Yeah.
All we need is a bridge wide receiver, a bridge player. I know Will Fuller has got injury play career,
right?
But all we need is him to play a good six games. By then, Gallup should be back, and then he could pull a hammy and milk that for 7 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's why they're looking at it like they don't want to cut Simi to bring in one of those guys, and then he get picked up from the Eagles, or T.J. Vasher, he get picked up for the Giants, and then you bring in Will Fuller, then he snap up his ankle 3 days into practice there. So what they want to do is they want to wait till I would say after the second preseason game to see what these guys got, and then if they don't hold a candle pretty well, they get to shaking and the lights cut off on them, then they'll pick up the phone. It's just unfortunately, I would feel better to give Jarvis Landry what it look $2-3 million deal. I feel like I can go get I feel like I can go get a signature loan from my bank to go pay for that myself, and bring him in. So I would love to have that type of deal here in Dallas, to have Jarvis Landry out here, but he's going to the Saints for that little bitty deal,
Yeah, exactly. I think after this Saturday game, I think after that.
After the Saturday game, yeah. Wow.
Steven's the one that says that he's looking for a receiver. Jerry's saying opposite. So somebody's lying, but I think Saturday, if it's just sloppy wide receiver fest, that we'll go out and get somebody, because the NFC has not been this wide open in I don't know how long, and you gotta strike while the iron's hot, and and then if we get a Will Fuller and just say by luck he does stay healthy, you know what I mean, and then Gallup comes back, man, you're looking at Lamb, Gallup, Will Fuller, Tolbert. That is a plethora of weapons, man, on top of a top 5 defense, shoot, man.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to figure your opinion on that, because that is the only pressing matter at but besides kicker.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, kicker. Kicker. We don't have to wait that long. They about to cut somebody, and I don't know who it is, but they bringing in 4 kickers, and based off of what they like, I can only tell you right now that Garibay, he's sweating. Lyram, he's saying hallelujah now. He's praying, and he's giving all the praises to the Most High if he can keep his job. But for right now, they finna bring in some heavy competition, and they finna go into a kick fest, and I don't blame them for that. But we need to shore up that line right there.
In practice, they were hitting 5 of 8. That's horrible. You know what I mean? That's without pressure. That's without people coming at you, without a crowd. I mean, goodness, 5. I mean, that's like free throws in a gym. You know what I mean? I mean, come on now.
No doubt, man. What else you been doing before I let you go, Charles?
I've got a painting business, and the economy's been bad this year. The first half of the year was real horrible. Mm-hmm. Then after Easter, work has picked up, so we've been getting blessed lately. Glory to God. So,
where you located at, Charles? Where you located at?
I live in the H, 4 hours away from you.
Oh, okay. I said, man, I sure need my fence to be restained. Yes,
only
indeed.
4-hour drive. Shoot, man. Sometimes I go to Huntsville and do work.
Okay,
So,
man.
If you need to restain your fence, I can totally do it for you. Shoot, my birthday's September 18th, so I know I'm going to go to the Cincinnati game. You know that I think the last time they played on my birthday was 2004 against the Browns.
Okay.
I've got a memory like an elephant.
Oh,
So
sir.
I'll be in the DF Dub. You know, during that time, it takes me 2 days to do a fence. So yeah, we can talk about that.
Most certainly. Now here's the thing. I got this week. I got lineup of. I got the final word tomorrow, and I supposed to have a show with George Teague on Wednesday. George Teague. So I might have to fit you in to celebrate your 1,000 because you finna get to 1,000 subscribers, right? Or trying to get you there. Yeah, we gonna work on something. I might have to rain check George Teague. I forgot about that. I got a big thing on Wednesday, but I'll figure out, man, what we gonna do, man. And
ain't no rush. You know what I mean?
No rush. Okay, you know. I got your contact, man. You hit me up on Twitter, and most certainly I'll get in contact with you shortly, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man. And everybody listening, check me out, Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. Right now, y'all are listening to the best. And after this great show's over with, check me out and listen to the next best.
Man, no, certainly, man. No, you are the best, man. You know.
And, how about them Cowboys?
Let's get it, man. Let me go, baby. That's how we do it. Yes, it is. My guy, Charles in Charge, man. Check out his report, Charles in Charge. And he does a wonderful job over there. And we hope all is well with him. And shout out to his painting business. You know, painting is a beautiful thing when you know how to do it right. Me, you know, I could paint just a little bit. You know, I dib-a-dab a little bit. But I prefer someone to do it. You know, there's a lot of prime, and then you got to plug the holes and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I got 757. You live.
Law, what's going on, man?
Man, it's good, man. Talk to me, Banks. This Banks, right? I know I saved you in here. It's Banks.
Man. Yeah, this Banks.
Yeah, man. Talk to me, man.
Man, I've been listening, man. I'm like you, man. You know, folks saying, you know what, we should get wide receiver, bringing in a veteran. I was thinking that, man, but you know, looking at all the videos, man, I like what I see from Noah Brown and Fehoko been stepping up, man. He's been snagging them, man.
Fehoko, you know, what's that cat? No, what's that cat that played for the Steelers? From
Claypool.
Yeah, look, when I said, you know, when he came out, I said, man, he's like a poor man's Claypool. I mean, if he continue to do this, he would literally be the poor man's Claypool, and then all of a sudden, Claypool would be the poor man's Simi. If Simi keep this up, though, for real. I ain't hyping the kid, but 6'3.5", close to 6'4", 4'3" speed. He is stepping up tremendously in these last few days.
Definitely, man.
Salute to him.
It's like he finally. I'm like, dang, this dude finally playing his size, man. You know?
Shoot, yeah. And then what gets me is that it all started. I remember the day, like 4 days ago. It all started in practice when all it takes is that one bead of confidence, and he'd been rolling on that confident high, and he will pull that ball out of the sky, man.
Absolutely, yeah, man. And Noah Brown, man, I'm like, where he get this release from, man?
Right at the top of the routes, man. I said, God, dog. He high pointing the ball, bodying people out. I said, man, I've been here since Noah Brown first day ever in practice, man. I'm talking about going out to Oxnard and knowing that he did that crazy catch in that game. I forgot. It was Ohio State, right?
Yeah,
he pulled that ball out of the sky, whatever school he played for. Did he play for Ohio State, right? State. Pulled that ball out of the sky. State, and we was like, man, that was a ridiculous catch.
Yeah, so Yeah, man, they looking good, man. And you know, I believe like I said, I believe. Of course, I think Noah Brown will make the team. You know, he could be like this year's Cedric Wilson. You know, because you know, he got Cedric Wilson paid. Maybe he can get Dak and get Noah Brown paid. Man. But,
I mean, Noah Brown.
thing,
Hold on, Noah Brown just got paid. So, hey, right now the only person grinning, Cap Boy, what y'all call him, Stephen Jones, Cap Boy. He's grinning right now. And says, "See, he's laughing."
yeah, Cap Boy happy.
Yes, indeed.
If he step up, you know, but you know, we'll see once these preseason games come.
Man,
and the last thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all I've been seeing, all the videos from camp, man. Jordan Lewis getting beat like a drum.
Jordan Lewis, man.
I would like to see. I like to see Anthony Brown move inside.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, and Joseph, you know, get that spot opposite the D.
Joseph haven't been looking good. You know,
he ain't been looking good.
Yeah.
Well, they sound right one on somebody, but they sound right.
He ain't living. He ain't living up to that one on his chest, man. You supposed to be the best, man. But hopefully this is just practice, man. That's my only way I could be positive with it.
He got to stay out of the studio, man. He got to stay out of the studio.
Like I ain't talking about the man music, but what song do you really like though? That he really I'm trying to bang with the music, man. Like which one of those songs he got bars on? If y'all watching right now, this is no shade or hate at Kelvin Joseph, but what song go hard, man? I want to know, man, because if I'm Kelvin Joseph, I'm be like, look, DJ, I'm Kelvin Joseph, man. Y'all gotta play my rack, man. Y'all gotta play one of my tracks over there, man. Y'all gotta get us crunk on my work, on my stuff, man. Because Cole Beasley, I ain't trying to say Cole Beasley got better bars, but Cole Beasley had a few bars on his song, man.
I checked his out when he came out with it, man. It was all right.
It's all right. You know, even ESPN had to play a few of the clips. You know, I was like, all right, cool.
You know, at least we knew Cole Beasley can get on the field and do something. You know, Kelvin Joseph yet to prove that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes,
so
indeed,
we'll see, man. You know, once these games start going this weekend. So.
Yes, indeed, man. Banks, you with the kids, huh? You with the kids, though, huh? That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. Got my little baby right here. Yeah.
Yes, man. That's a noble thing, man.
Chips, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, 4 girls, man. 4 girls.
Oh, man, that's why I stopped, man. I knew if I kept going, it would be girl after girl. It'd be girl. You like me, man. You VIP went back in the days. I already know. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much. I'll talk my wisdom teeth. But I appreciate you for calling in, Banks.
Yeah, man. All right, man.
All right, appreciate you. Good call from him, man. That's my guy, man. He said, God bless his heart, man. 4 girls, man. Ooh, woo. Yes, indeed. Yes, Lord. All right. Got a few super chats, man, that's in here. Appreciate you guys for your donations. We're gonna read through the super chats. It's always a pleasure, man. And hey, once again, Kelvin Joseph, man, you my dog, man. I ain't talking about your fam. You know, maybe I just need to go back and listen. But I just want you guys to post me the few songs. You know the vibes. I want to know the songs so we can start jamming to some of his lyrics, his music, his vibes, right? Caesar says, director chair with the word on set. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, C. Thank you for the donation. My dog, Blue Virus, he been rolling with me, man. And the VIP, my dog, Blue Virus, baby. He's one of the mods, man. Thank you, man, for the donation there, man. Always. And shout out to the hard hitters, man. If you're a hard hitter right now, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you're a hard hitter, man. If you're a hard hitter, let me see HH in the chat, man. If you're a hard hitter, if you're representing the hard hitters, man, those my dogs, man. They treated us pretty good out there in Oxnard and Cali hard hitters, man. Appreciate them. And shout out to my dog, C. Payne over here on the Facebook. Appreciate him. Dan Tranchina, man, appreciate you. Who do you think will be our third top wide receiver for Week 1 versus the Bucs? I've literally seen the Cowboys line up Dennis Houston, CeeDee Lamb, and Jalen Tolbert. That could be the vibe right there. That could be the flow of things. Those 3 guys right there, it could be that's the situation for them. And I think that Noah Brown should be placed ahead of Dennis Houston based off of these last 3 days, right? Based off the last 3 days, I think Dennis Houston should be behind. But far as from what I can tell, Dak Prescott trust Dennis Houston, and that goes a long way, Cowboy Nation. So look at all of my heavy hitters, baby. Hard hitters, I meant to say. Yeah, hard hitters. Well, heavy hard hitters, man. Triple H around this thing, man. But HH, man, shout out to you hard hitters, man. And I can't wait to mix it up with these guys again when we out there. Shout out to Vash Lombardi, Sky Walker. We both, all 3 of us, had a great time rolling with those boys in that area. I appreciate them. And shout out to Sketch and all of those boys. All right, Cowboy Nation. Run, hit, talk. Yeah, you already know. Yin Yang in the house. I just love your show, man. Not even a Dallas fan. I love it, man. I love it, man.
When you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud, too.
Yes, indeed, man. I love it when people jump in and they say, man, I'm not even a Cowboy fan.
You really adopted the dark.
Yeah, hey, Mickey.
I was born in it.
Mickey know when I'm about to leave. I'm pulling the cords and everything, man. Hey, Mickey know. When Law leaving, I start talking all the other stuff. I start pulling the cord and we wrapping up the cord like, yeah, man, it was a good time talking to you guys. Didn't even get a chance to put my shades on, Didn't even get a chance to be Hollywood Law over here, man. But, when you're about to leave, you start giving shots out to people. Yeah, man, shout out to Tammy over there on Facebook and Brian. Shout out to you on Facebook. Shout out to y'all, man. Chad, I see you, Chad Prince, and J. Lou, I see you, man. We about to get up out of here, man. The 2-for-1s are dried up now. Yeah, the speedster from USFL, he on his team already, fam. I can tell you, man. Thank those who called in. It was a great show today. It was a wonderful time. We've been doing this show for a minute now, and it's prime time now, right? 7:00-ish. But I got to go. I got to roll up out of here. And one thing I can tell you right now is if you guys want to see a live in-person show, we're going to have that too. Shout out to my team of people over here. Let's give them a shout out and check us out over here.
Let the Cowboys Experience introduce you to a whole new way to enjoy a Cowboys football weekend. Experience the ultimate Cowboys player and fan event at Toyota Music Factory on the Texas Lottery Plaza, making lasting memories by booking at cowboysexperience.com today.
That's 817-888-1726. Be sure, Cowboy Nation, to check out the ultimate tailgate package. That's Cowboys Experience. Shout out to my people, Toto's Medical, man. Hey, we've been doing a great job with those boys, too. I can't wait to see y'all beautiful faces. Let's continue to grind and shine. Maybe one day we'll see an unbelievable sponsor. And we're working on literally 3 sponsors, man. So sponsors, y'all get y'all stuff together, man, and get right. Get right. Because, man, when that tub is full, I'm going to say, like, man, hey, season is here. I'm only going to roll with the ones that roll with me during the off season. Y'all going to have to come up with a big price because my people, I don't like to disturb my people with all of this shout out to this team and shout out to that team. I like to just have a conversation with my people. But I do know that sponsors do keep the light on over here. But I like to roll with what I got. I turned out a lot of sponsors last year, because I don't want to be flooded with commercial break after commercial break now. So y'all better jump in where you can get in. Yeah, ain't that right? Blue Virus said we're going to turn Red Robin to Blue Robin. Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate everybody for being part of this episode and this stream. I really do, man. As we depart, Cowboy Nation, Turpin, that dude is fast. As visible. Blue Virus, he could tell you, he's in the chat. He can let y'all know. And every time I see Blue Virus, I say, man, that's a dope name, man. But before Akeem said send him tickets, hit me up, man. Hit up that phone line, man. Call Cowboys Experience for those tickets, man, and tell them you want that Law Nation package. You want that Law Nation promo, man. But before we get into this, man, you already know, Cowboy Nation. Y'all already know. Oh, got some news, man. Oh, we got some news.
I talk stuff. I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Clap that hat, baby.
Let's go Birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
I had to pick at him, man. They talking about Big Jordan Davis and all of what he's doing against a little small. It was a little small little center, man. He had that man doing the bunny hop. I said, all right, man, that's okay, man. That's okay. You doing your job, man. But let's see what Big Jordan Davis is gonna do when it's time to play for real though. But shout out to him, man. That boy is strong though. He is strong. Big Jordan Davis, man. But as we depart, Cowboy Nation, y'all already know I need to see some fire emojis. I need to see some fire emojis in the chat, man. Shout out to Yin Yang Experience, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah, if there's one thing a man should always do, mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I will ride with brother, roll with brother. Happy birthday to my guy, Antoine Meyer. Mr. Wright is in the chat. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They will take a decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those man, no man, yes, no man should call a friend, because they bend lies around the truth until it meets their end. I want y'all to put y'all hands together for my dog, Antoine. It's his birthday. Man, I ain't gonna tell you how old he is, but he's wise now, baby. He's entering in the years of wisdomhood, right? Shout out to you, Mickey Cox. Thank you for your time, Law. Hit them likes on the way out. I feel you. Let's go. How bad do you want it, Cowboy Nation? Right now, it's a movie being played, and we all the stars. Matter of fact, let me be the star shining high. As you look up, never look down to it, baby. How bad do you want it? They say if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, yes, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it. And it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and total pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness or body or brain can take you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, guess what? You will get it, baby.
You pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
No doubt. Let's go. What I tell all of my troops?
What is your profession?
Let's get it, baby.
This is Sparta! Are you not entertained?
Yeah, baby, we about one love. Let me see that fire emoji back in the chat. Let's go. Let's get it. Shout out to you, Caesar. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin', she icy. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the domain just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If it's down in my management, I'm just warming up and wait till I producer saw the numbers.
Shout out to the super chats,
Mickey.
Cuts.
Talk of the town when you're talking up.
Grateful, who's grateful? Appreciate you. Disciple, the
Run it
street.
up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cuz.
Run
They
it
hate
up,
the jealousy. My
baby.
mama.
I got you, man. Y'all do requests over here. I just want to run it up, baby. Let me blow that fire on her. Yeah, let's blow it. Yeah. Come on. It's a party now, baby.
I've been really in the field, lot of rush, I love the feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep clowning Noah Brown. Maybe he can continue to elevate. Them Browns, man. Every time I clown them Browns, they do good, ain't they right? Yo. Come on. Hey.
Kinda check the song.
I just wanna run it up. Come on.
Count that too,
Count that too, baby.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside.
Come on.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play.
Charge it to the game.
I'm with L, yeah.
Come
I'm
on.
with T Black, I'm with
Who with Law?
I'm with Bay, yeah. I'm with Jay, yeah. I'm with Chuck and now.
Come on.
Still the same, not switching sides. Now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off.
Shout out to Cowboys Experience. It's a party, baby. Come on.
You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it.
Not feeling it, baby.
One, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this.
Oh.
Keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just
What you say?
run it up.
Emotional damage.
Go Noah, I love weed. I see you, fam.
Smoke weed every day.
Come on.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
You liar.
Get it, baby.
Lately I just wanna you won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. I just be off the dome.
Come on.
I never own no crown. Too many foes and clones. Yeah.
Come on.
I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone.
Let's lock in, baby.
I've been really in the field. Lot of rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna
Where my partners at?
Don't need no deals, I make a deal. Like a ticket to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
I was born in it.
Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Run it. Run it, Gallop. Run it, baby.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
Hey, watch you.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
No days off.
Lately I just wanna run it up.
Come on, baby. Who thought we was over with? It just beginning. The fun. From my house to yours. Come on. Shout out to the hard hitters again. Hey. Haters, just do me a few favors. Lean forward here.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Bring me out. Breathe you in.
Fatality.
Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Let the street lights hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Jerry. Chill out a little bit now. It's still too early.
Your damn act.
You can't handle the truth. And another one.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
This is the nasty kind.
Catch it. Catch it, 88.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Shout out to you, Monty. Hey, my guy said, welcome back, Monty. This is for my guy, Jay Worthy.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
Welcome back, Monty.
I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap and have one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Oh my gosh, man.
Let's go, Birds. Fly, Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl champions.
Legends have it that that's Jordan Davis' dad. Oh my gosh. Let's go, baby.
So far.
It's Mr. Nasty
If a
kind.
baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Like, this motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
Shout out to all of the Eagles, man. What love to all of my Cowboy Nation. We up out, man. DC for life.
And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be.